Week one mostly done at this point. We got the Monday night game going on right now. Dom, how we feeling?
I feel a lot better than you feel right now.
This is true.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And just to start, I'm just gonna give Asher the floor and let him kind of get into it for the second year in a row after week one.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So Sunday night football in Buffalo, insane game. Objectively, just an unbelievable game.
Super nuts.
I hated it because I had to be involved in it. Um, from the jump, it felt a little bit weird. Like, even as good as they looked throughout that game, I just felt off about it.
For sure.
Like, there was just, it was just weird with some of it going on there,
Hmm.
especially the special team stuff. Get into a little bit more of that in a minute here. But ultimately, fourth quarter, same old story. I texted a buddy of mine and said, he was watching the game too, and said something about it. And I went, listen, I've seen this team do dumber things. Sure enough, half an hour later, I'm watching Matt Prater kick a game-winning field goal. Josh Allen played an insane fourth quarter. He played really well the whole game,
Hmm.
but obviously, especially in that fourth quarter, had 260 total yards in that
It was
in the fourth quarter.
254,
I got
254
you. Yeah,
passing
just
yards in the fourth.
yeah, boy, he ran for another. I think he was
Oh,
closer to 270 than in total yards in the fourth quarter.
oh,
So he broke off a few runs then too. So yeah, he looked unbelievable. Um, the frustrating part is once again, Ravens have a two-score lead in a fourth quarter,
hmm,
and they tuck their tails between their legs, and not they entirely. John Harbaugh specifically gets super conservative. Every defense gets very conservative. They play base cover two the entire fourth quarter, and
yeah,
Josh Allen just picks it apart because obviously any good quarterback will do that to you. Um, Offensively, just started kind of kicking the tires there, and you're just trying to eat clock, and it's like thank God Derrick Henry broke off that second 30 or that second touchdown for 30 plus yards. Otherwise, they're just not doing anything again.
hmm,
And then a Derrick Henry fumble, which again, weird. Weird again. He's had two fumbles in 3 years, two lost fumbles in 3 years, and both of them have come in against the Bills in their last two football games that they played. And just horrible moments.
yeah. Some of the worst moments.
Yeah, so give Josh Allen his flowers. He deserved it. Um, Ravens, on the other hand, I think I am officially on. I'm not a fan of firing a coach when you have stability or moving on from a coach when you have stability.
Hmm.
We talked about this with the Steelers. Like, it's just kind of time to do that. And I feel like anything short of a Super Bowl with John Harbaugh, it's time. Like, it is time to move on. I mean, he is the most double digit or losses with having a double digit lead in the fourth quarter since 1991, which have found out later today that that's only because that's as far back as
Span
the data
goes.
goes.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
So it legitimately could be all time. And they have 8 such losses like that since 2021. The nail in the that's just a culture thing at this point where it's just you feel I feel like the whole team gets tight in those spots then
Yeah.
too because he gets conservative and he tries to get cute. It's like no, just play downhill, and he never wants to do that. Um, and special teams. That was what did it for me last night. Like Harbaugh's a special teams guy, and now that phase of the game is going sideways. They could not figure out the new kickoff situation yesterday.
Hmm.
One ball got kicked out of bounds. There we go again. Or not out of bounds. It was short of the or the landing area.
Okay.
Uh, Opening kickoff Bills take it past the 50. Like, every time the Ravens were kicking off, Bills are getting massive returns. And I was watching games all day yesterday. And even in that game, that wasn't happening for everybody. There was returns in all the games. Cool. But not everybody's giving up 35-yard returns on every kickoff. So you can't get that figured out. Loop misses an extra point. Like, they could get nothing in terms of, like, punt returns or even just all this special team stuff was just off again. And then situationally, horrendous. Like, we have gotten so bad in situational football. The end of the first half. Like, you play a prevent thing, 2 plays later, Bills are able to kick a field goal. Like, why are we not protecting the sidelines? And you're leaving a second on the clock for a 40-yard field goal to go into halftime. Like, just giving away points. And then obviously, again, at the end of the game, it's like the 4th and 3 at the end of it on the Ravens' last drive. They have the ball in their, they were right around the 40.
Mm-hmm.
Forget exactly where they were at. It was 4th and 3. At that point, there was a little over a minute left. Yeah,
it was like a minute
1:30. Yeah, it was like 1:30 left. Go for it. You haven't been able to stop anything the last 13 and a half minutes of game time.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it there instead of making Josh Allen drive the whole field and eating clock because you know they're going to score no matter what. Let them score fast and then get the ball back again.
Yeah, bet on your offense at that point.
Yeah,
bet on the thing that you've been building.
That's the worst case scenario there.
Yeah.
Or trust Lamar or Derrick Henry to run downhill and get you 3 yards. You know, the possession before that, I think it was, the Lamar Jackson just horrible blocking, gets blown up. He's 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and gets you a first down on 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 10. Like, I just don't understand what is happening with this team and what Harbaugh is doing. And he's got the same fucking dumb look on his face in every one of these games. There's always a picture that goes with Ravens blow the lead, and it's Jim Harbaugh just staring at the scoreboard like, dude, grow a set and, like, get your shit together. Yeah. Because we're sick of it. It's just, I can't, I don't think anybody can feel confident in this team anymore, actually, because it's the same story every year.
Yeah.
So, unless something drastic changes, like, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kind of disagree with that. I mean, as a Steelers fan, I've watched it happen several times, and a lot in my favor on those 10-plus point leads that they've had late in the games that Steelers win. I counted 6 today, so that they've happened just against the Steelers.
Yeah.
So it's like in your case, it's tough to kind of witness and see happen over and over again. Yeah, I mean, it's just the change of game script down the stretch of the game. Instead of foot on the pedal, it's ease up. And when you ease up and simplify your play calls, whether it's on defense or offense, it makes you more predictable. I've dealt with that with the Steelers constantly in my lifetime, seeing play calls being simplified and easy to read. So I noticed it right away when it was happening in the fourth quarter there. So just kind of
4 dudes showed up to play last night for the Ravens. Lamar, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, and Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton was the only dude on defense doing anything last night. And just to sum it all up, I don't know if you saw the kick at the end. He got a piece of it.
I did see close. That he
is this close to making that defense amazing, but he can't do everything. He's insane. He might have broke his finger last night, taped that back up, and is back out there, picks off a 2-point conversion. The only thing he did That was his only misstep last night, was trying to lateral the 2-point conversion, but throw it back into the end zone to Kyle Van Noy. And I went, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Just get down right now. Like, we don't need to be doing anything like that." But even like that kind of tells you too, is like he's trying to make a play on the 2-point conversion to get points because he doesn't trust what is happening in the fourth quarter of this game.
Exactly.
And then the tipped Josh Allen touchdown, like that was really the turning point when I went, "Oh, they're gonna lose this game now." Like, you play good, like even when they try to do the right thing or do the right thing in those situations,
Hmm.
ball falls in a weird spot, and like it's still like they just fall on their face.
Yeah, yeah. It was just a weird game. It was a weird weekend of football
Oh, extremely.
as a whole, and we'll get into that. But like that game last night, it was a crazy one. And if you like football, you love the game. But if you're a Ravens fan, unfortunately to yourself, that was a tough one to watch.
I
And
almost
I
put my
don't know
foot through my
how,
TV.
yeah. So I don't know how well that bodes for the rest of the season. I know you guys
Yeah.
got off to a weird start last year. You just
Hmm.
turned it around, but you don't have a lot of big games like this to really prove yourself from here
Right.
on.
Yeah. I mean, I think. Let me double check
You
that here. I
played
think we got.
Detroit week 3, Chiefs week
That's right.
4, Rams week 6, and then after that, it's other than the Steelers and the Packers, there's not a whole lot.
No, not
It's
much
a
going
cake.
on
You
there.
you have a pretty nice cakewalk down the stretch. Can't lie to you.
And oh, that's Thanksgiving. Never mind. I was going to say, what the hell? We got 2 Thursday games again. At least most of our games are on Sundays again, except the Packers week 17.
Oh,
That's a
that's a
Saturday game.
pass.
It's better than it was last year. That's all I can say. Last year
Yeah.
was fucked. Um,
Yeah,
so
you
yeah,
would
they're
get.
not in prime time too many times, and like they're gonna be fine. This is just like they're still gonna have a good record. They're gonna rope me back in and everything like that, and you know the
Yeah.
normal. This is just what happens. It's just don't lose to the Browns week 2 again, please, please, for the love of God. Like,
I was just about to
don't.
say that.
I don't want to do this like last year where you start 0-2 because you blow a lead to the Raiders and then tried to blow the game against the Cowboys in week 3. And thankfully, Mike McCarthy is even worse situationally than John Harbaugh was, so you got out of that one. But then again, nobody beats the Ravens like the
Better than
Ravens beat the
themselves.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Like, it is insane. Like, even like when they lose 95% of the time, it's
Hmm.
not because the other team played well. Like, this team just invents ways to lose football games.
Sometimes that is the
It's
case. Yeah.
unbelievable.
All right. I know how much you'd love to rant,
Yeah, I
but
know. Move on. I'm
we are
still upset.
moving on,
Please
partly
do.
for your own sake.
Thank you.
We'll go into yeah, we'll go into the second best game of the weekend, which happened to be the Steelers Jets. Uh, Nobody would have guessed that going into the weekend. Everybody was expecting a snooze fest, and that was a electric, electric football game.
Hmm.
Literally came down to the wire. Another great field goal made by Chris Boswell to seal it. It was a 60-yarder in MetLife. That would have been good from 72. It was the nastiest kick I've ever
Which
seen in
is
my life.
a bomb up there, too.
Yeah, they asked him after the game how long he thought it would have been good from, and he said, "I don't know. After I saw it was straight, I turned and walked away because I knew it was good." And I was like, and then Mike Tomlin called him a serial killer. So if that puts any
Yeah.
ideas to like what you're getting, that's
To
it.
be fair, he does kind of look like one.
I mean, he is a psychopath. So,
Yeah.
um, but I have a lot of positive things to say about this team. I have some negative qualms. And I have positive things to say about the Jets, a lot of positives that I wasn't expecting to.
Mhm.
Aaron Rodgers looks like he could be poised for a nice season in Pittsburgh. I was very, very happy with what I saw on a down to down basis with him. A lot of nice touches, had some good chemistry with DK, had some really nice chemistry with Calvin Austin and the offense as a whole.
Yeah, the
Biggest
Calvin Austin piece of that was I
nice.
was not expecting that.
His route running was really, really on par in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was happy about that. Kenneth Gainwell was a huge, huge weapon in the pass block. Probably the best part of that people might miss out on. Mm. Two big question marks coming out of that was offensive line looked shaky, allowed 4 sacks. Roderick Jones himself allowed 3, which is not what you want. And then the other question is the highest paid defense didn't look like the highest paid defense.
Until that last drive.
No. I mean, in the fourth quarter itself, they kind of came into it. But even at that point, I wanted to see more as a whole. Jalen Ramsey made that trade worth it in the first game. He made a lot of big plays. He was all over the field doing everything he can. And that's what I wanted to see out of him, and that's what we got. He got called for a really bad penalty in the red zone that shouldn't have been a penalty because he didn't block the guy. He was diving for Fields and the guy ran into him. It was just a bad, bad situation. But other than him, defense kind of looked a little lacking. I mean, TJ Watt did everything he could. I think he almost murdered Fields at one point. It was bad. It was so bad. Alex Highsmith played really well. He created 8 pressures. But beyond them two and Jalen Ramsey, it was a whole lot of question marks walking out of that. We'll see how they adjust going into next week. They play the Seahawks, who look not great in their first game against the Niners, and we'll talk about that a little bit here. But
yeah, that was a weird game too.
Yeah, but
Defense, we'll get into that one.
Yeah, overall though, I'm pleasantly surprised with what I saw of the Steelers, and interested to see how they carry this to their first home game next week against Seahawks. Now, on the flip side of that, the Jets, I really don't have anything negative to say. They beat the Steelers on a lot of metrics. They had a higher yards per attempt. Their defense was better as a whole, made a lot of stops against the Steelers. They developed a pass rush that we didn't have an answer for most of the day. So I really was happy to see that. And Fields looked like he learned how to throw a football more accurately from preseason to now. I don't know what changed because you watched him in preseason, you watched him in training camp.
He did look comfortable for most of that game.
A lot better than I was anticipating. I don't know if it was the O-line difference or whatnot. Even with the AVT injury late in the week, they still looked pretty calm. So a lot of positive things from the Jets. The most positive was Breece Hall was actually utilized the way he should have been while Aaron Rodgers was there. So seeing him get going and create, I think it was like 170 yards of offense for them, is a really good feeling going forward. We'll see if the Jets can continue that and carry that into week over week. But so far,
he was over 145 total yards.
145. Okay.
Yeah, 107 rushing, 38 receiving on 2 receptions, 19 carries. So good game. And then
it felt obviously like a lot more.
That's fair. Yeah. But Garrett Wilson too. I said that to you. I was like, I feel like that connection is going to be something. The college connection, and Garrett Wilson. 7 receptions, 95 yards, and a touchdown on 9 targets.
Yeah, it was nice. That touchdown pass was beautiful. I'll give him that. It was a great pass. I'm excited to see what the Jets will look like going forward. But yeah, very, very happy with both of these teams and what they look like. Unfortunately, one of them had to lose. I'm glad it was the Jets.
That's fair. Just quick update. Bears-Vikings, 10-6 Bears at halftime.
Yeah, it's a snooze fest quickly.
Yeah. Moving on. All right, let's get back into. We'll go to chronological order here. So we'll start. Let's get into Thursday because that was objectively the weirdest opening
Yeah,
game
yeah.
in
So
NFL history.
Eagles looked not great, and the
No.
Cowboys looked. That Cowboys offense looked all right. Defense looked better than anticipated.
Hmm.
We'll see what that looks like going forward, but
Yeah.
it's something to monitor for both of these teams.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I don't know how much to read into any of this game or how much to take away because
It's
part of me
overreactions,
goes,
so
well,
to
yeah,
what.
no, but even still, like, I'm just like, okay, so I want to judge just from what I saw before the weather delay, but I feel like I can't totally, like, comprehend what happened because Jalen Carter got himself kicked out of the game before there was a snap taken.
Yeah, but to my point, you're playing what was projected to be a very bad team. So with or without Jalen
Right.
Carter, your defense, which is
Was,
a hand selected defense at this point,
yes, I was
and
going to say, I
and
mean,
it
there
looked
was,
like, and it didn't look great. And
that
it
was the
should have
question
looked
mark.
much, yeah, and it should have looked much worse because CeeDee Lamb was dropping passes left and right there down the stretch.
Yeah. TD Lamb's, yeah, he left his hands in the locker room after the delay. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, it was just weird because, like,
Mm-hmm.
from looking at from watching that before the weather delay, either Jalen Carter is the best defensive player in the league or the Eagles' defense is worse than we thought it was going to be. Because
I
they
mean,
lost a lot on defense.
and there's a good chance that
Quinion was getting cooked.
a lot of players have slumps and regress, like Quinion
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell, like Cooper DeJean. Now that you have eyes on these guys and you can scheme properly for them, you can write them out of game scripts.
Yeah.
So it's like now that you know what you're seeing, you can kind of manage with that. And then also Zach Bond. Zach Bond was a big plus last year for them. He's probably going to regress a bit, come back down to earth
I mean,
because
he did play well in that game. I was just going to say, is like the only person on that defense that seemed like they wanted
I
to
did see him
participate was Bond.
yeah, I did see him kind of running all over the place. I didn't see if he made any splashiness or like what kind of went down, but
I mean, he saved that one touchdown, which was
yeah,
huge.
that's the play I was
He
talking about.
chasing down, yeah. But like he played well throughout that game. He was kind of
Okay.
just everywhere. But yeah, it was just strange. Dak was the best player on the field in that game. I thought.
I mean,
Dak played out of his mind.
Dak by all means is still a good quarterback in the
Oh
NFL.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't disagree with that. He played a lot better than I was expecting him to play in that game.
Yeah. I mean, there was a point in 2020 or the year he got hurt and was out for the season, where through the first 5 games he was the
I mean,
MVP candidate, lead MVP candidate there.
I mean, 2 years ago he was a great year for him too.
Yeah, so like he has had these spurts where like he just looks unbelievable, and I think we're gonna see a lot of that this year.
Yeah.
Especially because one, you expect them to be playing from behind, so they're gonna be throwing the ball a lot, and two, he's really all they have.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
So-
Devontae was a nice surprise, but that was also too. Again, I mean, you can
How
run the
much of
ball
that
up the
was-
middle. No
Yeah.
Jalen Carter. Yeah, again, that's
Yeah.
like it was just a strange start to the year, and I don't.
For sure.
I can't really process any of that game either. But the other weird part of that game was AJ Brown not getting a target until late in the game.
Yeah.
That is
I
the
don't know.
one
It was-
thing.
The game itself was weird. The play calling was strange for the Eagles, and like
Mhm.
you have these high paid weapons, and Dallas Goedert is your highest targeted guy. Your two
Yeah.
receivers get a total of 4 targets. Jahan
Yeah.
Dotson has 3 targets. It's just, what are we doing? So
Yeah.
I want to see.
That is
It's just
one thing that I will say I will monitor going in, going forward is, okay, what is going on with AJ Brown?
I don't think it's AJ
That I think
Brown.
is-
Yeah, I think
Well,
it's just
I mean, not with him But like, what is going on with that situation?
Yeah.
Because
Why is that happening?
if that continues, because it's not like Jamar Chase having 2 catches. He had 5 targets, and they were, the Bengals just didn't run that many plays in that game.
Yeah.
And they were trying to get him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles weren't going to A.J. Brown until, what was it, like their second to last drive?
Yeah, it was just weird.
Like,
weird as a whole.
that is confusing.
For
So,
sure. All right.
there's that one.
Moving on to the Brazil game.
Yes.
So Justin Herbert's pretty good at football.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. The what if guy said, what if I just put belt to ass to the Chiefs in Brazil for 3 hours?
Literally.
Like,
I mean, Mahomes didn't play bad, but
no.
didn't play
Worthy gets knocked out of that game pretty quickly.
Yeah.
That was first drive, wasn't it?
Yeah, first drive he got taken out. And then
by Kelsey.
And then Marquise Brown got peppered the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I don't think he's seen this much work since 2021. So
I don't even think he got that much work in Baltimore.
That's even what I was saying was back in Baltimore, which is crazy.
Yeah, I don't even think he got that much work there.
That's wild.
Yeah. But good for him.
Travis Kelce got his honorary touchdown. So that's cool. We can move on from that.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Justin Herbert just showed you that's why people still rate him so highly.
Yeah, because he can
do that. And it looks different when he does it, too.
When we see a rookie quarterback campaign, we always have to compare it to Herbert's. I'm sorry. I'm always going to, because that was the best.
Yep.
Like what Jaden Daniels did last year was great. It wasn't Herbert.
No.
Still, what Stroud did 2 years ago was great. Still wasn't Herbert.
Yeah.
So, like, the fact that I know Herbert can throw for 5,000 yards, and he might do it again this season, we'll see. Because
and can move the way that he does, because like him icing that game then too. I mean, it's just insane when you see him just stand there in the pocket for as much as he does, and then when he needs to break out and move, it's just like, oh yeah, he can fucking move too. Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see that
6'6".
He's athletic. So it's just there was a lot of questions answered. Najee Harris is a moot point in that offense. Merritt Hampton is a big winner going forward, and then maybe Quentin Johnson actually can catch a football. Maybe.
I want to see him when he gets back into the States. I'm not
It's just something to look at when going forward.
I'm not going to get too crazy. I mean, well, he did that last year, though, too. Remember, he was, like, leading the league in touchdown receptions through the first, 6 weeks of the year.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm also... I'm still not going to buy that.
Yeah. And then Keenan Allen can still play football, man. There's a lot of positives coming from the Chargers this
year.
Joe Alt was unbelievable.
Still the right pick over Malik Neighbors.
Yeah,
for them,
100%. He always has been. It's just you can find a high-end wide receiver. It's a lot harder to find that high-end tackle. It just is.
Yeah.
It just is nowadays.
Yeah, the clip of him just standing up Chris Jones.
Yeah.
And just manhandling him. I was just like, okay, the Rashawn Slater thing isn't as bad as I thought.
No, it never will be. Just because Joe Alt is a mammoth. And then Herbert took him out to dinner on Saturday night, or whenever that was.
Right, yeah.
That's his best friend.
As it should be.
All right, going on to the next big surprise of the weekend. Daniel Jones knows how to play football, I guess.
Almost like somebody told you that.
You know what? Let me see it.
This was on the board.
I want to see if that's more Daniel Jones or more the Dolphins are that bad at football.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Because I didn't truly realize, I underestimated how bad the Dolphins were going to be. That is on
Yeah.
me. I see that now, and it's dangerous. They
Yeah.
do play the Broncos next week at home. I want to see what they do against that defense. If Daniel Jones slings 2 touchdowns for 250, we have a conversation.
Listen, the way Cam Ward looked in Denver with no receivers, I
I think that's more
like
the offensive
Daniel
line
Jones'
than any.
chances.
Yeah, I think it's more the offensive line than any of the receivers. But Daniel Jones does have some good chemistry with Pittman and Warren, which I said. I
Hmm.
said it. I said it. I said it last week. If I'm gonna expect anybody to do well in that game, it was gonna be Pittman. Just on note, and you said okay. I was right.
Fair
I was
enough.
right. But
I'll give
yeah.
it to you.
So Dolphins might be the worst team in the league.
Hmm.
Mike McDaniel probably will be the first coach fired, and they will be battling with New Orleans for that #1 pick. That is
Yeah.
what I learned week 1 with
Yeah.
that.
Oh, Bears pick 6. I think just happened there. Yeah, Bears pick 6.
Nice.
Just happened 16-6 right now.
All right.
Yeah, no, that I think okay. Is Daniel Jones going to score on every one of his possessions
No,
the
the
rest of the
Saints
way?
the Saints did
No.
that shit last year. I just want to remind everybody. Saints did it last year.
Not technically because they had a kneel down in there, so it doesn't those count as drives.
I just mean like those first 2 weeks, they looked like the most
That's
dominant
fair.
team in the league, and then
Yeah, and then to be fair,
it.
their offensive line did kind of
Oh, dude, the
go to
Colts O
shit.
line,
They all got hurt. Colts whole
that
line is
Colts
good.
O line is unbelievable.
Yeah, and this
That space that he had in some of those plays was I could have made some throws.
that's why I like Daniel Jones in that because not only is he gonna have all the time in the world,
Yeah,
he's like you saw it. It was just make the right read and throw it there,
that's
and
fair.
don't do anything outside of that. And that
Super
is something that Anthony Richardson is not totally capable of because he can't. He's not accurate enough. And Daniel Jones,
That
he's not the most accurate guy, but he's accurate enough to make that whole thing
yeah,
work. And
that
that was like the epitome of it.
yeah.
They'll
I
probably
also
not
think
look like that ever again the rest of the way, but like it like good enough to keep them in games and steal
sure,
wins and everything like that. That's
sure,
it.
and again, we'll see how this looks moving forward. Monitor it, but also speaking on A Rich, I just think he is a little bit slower at processing the game and making the right
Mm-hmm.
reads and whatnot. And that definitely plays a fact into that. Um,
Yeah.
Bengals Browns.
Speaking
Uh,
of weird games,
yeah, I don't even know what to do about that. Uh, kind of happened exactly as what you would expect to happen. Bengals couldn't get anything going, actually. Like, not
mm,
an ounce of offense. They had
they
two,
got dominated
I
in
think they had
every
two
facet of the
total
game.
yards in the second half. Two total
Sounds about
yards.
right.
And the Browns rookie kicker was so bad.
So bad.
So bad. I remember
Mm-hmm.
seeing after he kicked the first field goal, Browns Twitter was freaking out like, "Hey, we got a kicker." And then on par, he goes on to miss an extra point and a field goal down the stretch.
And the two
Nice.
interceptions to Flacco, which, first of all, Flacco bringing some of that Baltimore magic with him to Cleveland in this game, finding a way to fucking lose that. Both of those interceptions off of receivers' hands that 9 times out of 10
Yeah,
are hitting, they're diving for it. They're hitting hands and hitting the ground. Both of those just popped up into the air and fell into Bengals DB's hands. Like, take those two plays out,
yeah,
and Browns win going away at that point.
probably. To
And,
be fair,
add in the 2 missed field goals. Like, they left points all over the place.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm very much discouraged, more so by the Bengals offense than anything, because at the end of the day, Cleveland has an okay defense. It's not the best defense of all time. But is your
It,
offensive line really that bad where a little bit of pass rush is going to stop you from creating any yards?
Myles Garrett sacked Joe Burrow on 3 consecutive plays.
Is that true? Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yes. They, I, I
Oh, well, he
they
only has 2
went to
sacks
it.
down here.
Oh,
Isaiah
the
McGuire
one,
has the
oh,
other
the
one.
one they didn't give him a sack on it because
Oh,
Burrow got tripped up, and
nice.
Garrett was the one to finish him. It looked like Garrett was getting the sack on it. It was almost a safety. Burrow did a hell of a job to get up
Oh,
over.
okay.
And I think because when he tripped, he might have clipped somebody, but like Garrett was the one that ended up downing him for
I
like
see.
to be safe kind of thing. So he might have gotten clipped by a defender, just like kind of jumping out over the pile.
Oh no,
But
here it is. No, okay. It's
so
he got
there's 2
Joe
legit ones, and then
Joe Burrow
the
got
next
sacked
play,
3 straight times, 2
yes,
in a row by Garrett. The third one
mm-hmm.
they gave to Isaiah McGuire.
Is that what it was? Yeah, he was the guy on the ground there. And like I said, it was Joe Burrow was trying to like get out over it to just get out of the end zone, and they might have touched him, but it looked like it was going to go to Garrett again
That's crazy.
for a minute there. But yeah, and then Joe Burrow also got completely obliterated by Myles Garrett after a pass. Did you see that one?
No,
Oh,
I didn't see that one.
he stayed in the pocket, let one rip, and then Myles Garrett came through untouched and just leveled him.
Blew him up.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So not going to be great, but even just like looking at the box score, total plays: Bengals 49, Browns 71. Total yards: Bengals 141, Browns 327. Yards per play: Browns 4.6, Bengals 2.9. Passing yards: Browns 278 to the Bengals 95. Third down efficiency: Bengals 7 of 14. Browns 9 of 16. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Browns were all over this game. They just
Couldn't get it done.
couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the unfortunate part of that.
2 turnovers or 2 interceptions, fluky interceptions, and 2 missed field goals. That's
Yeah.
the difference in that game. But yeah, I would not feel confident as a Bengals fan right now.
I mean, yeah, in either of these cases for either of these teams, I'm not really confident going forward. And
well, I mean, I
we're
don't
seeing.
think any Browns fan was going like, "This is our year."
I hope not. If you are,
Yeah,
we
they
got
kind
Joe
of knew what they
Flacco.
were getting into.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll kind of see what the Bengals are going to look like going forward. Obviously, you expect them to get their offense going a little bit more, but still,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's what me and you kind of expected. But
Yes.
as somebody who is oblivious to them not making the necessary changes to better the team, you might be a little shocked.
Yeah. And then other 1 o'clock window game that was awesome. Bucks Falcons.
That was a game.
That was a game. That was a hell of a game. Bucks looked like they kind of missed worse a little bit there.
Sure.
Like
He'll be back soon.
yeah, like Baker struggled. The Falcons were getting a little bit more pressure. Baker struggling in the sense of 17 to 32 for 167. Don't love that. But he did only take 1 sack, but he was rushed a lot of that game.
Yeah.
But Igbuka is that guy.
He looks like a slam dunk, man.
Yes. Just
good for him.
He looked fantastic. Yeah, love that for them. And Michael Penix might be that guy as well.
He definitely better than anticipated. Bijan is that guy. Let's be for real. Bijan's that
is
guy.
Insane. Only had 24 rushing yards on 12 carries, which is crazy. But 6 for 100 receiving.
Because one of them went for 50.
Yeah.
So Bijan's that guy, lead guy in that offense. They're going to lean on him. I think there's a chance Drake London's going to be out a week or two here.
Mm-hmm. Kyle Pitts looked good, though, too. 7 for 59.
Yeah, I saw.
About time that started to happen.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what the offense is going to look like if Drake London is out for a short period of time. But a lot of promising things with both of these teams potentially. I'm still not super high on Atlanta because of their defense, but we'll see if they can kind of get things going.
Yeah, like again, they looked good
Yeah,
week one. Overall,
yeah,
like the defense too. And I mean, if Penix is gonna look anything like that the rest of the way, I mean, I really flirted with them in my playoff picks.
for sure.
I definitely thought about that, but eased off of it a little bit. But
Yeah,
yeah, that was
um,
that was a hell of a game there too.
yeah.
I
Real
mean,
quick,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna move on. But if you had anything to say about them,
Not really.
all right, beautiful. All right. Uh, one little quick tidbit here. I am a little bit scared about the Patriots. That game was a little worrisome. There was a lot to question about, and we'll see going forward. A lot I liked about the Raiders, though, so happy with that. But yeah, we'll see going. They do have a technical get right game next week with the Dolphins.
Yeah,
So
true.
we'll kind of see how that changes. But just two teams to monitor a little bit going forward.
Yeah, I feel like the Pats just weren't 100% sure what they wanted to do in terms of running the ball.
Yeah, they couldn't really figure that out. So
Yeah, that was like the only thing. I mean, Drake May played well, and
yeah,
that also plays into them not knowing what they're doing with running the ball. He was 30 of 46, 287, one touchdown, one pick. Like,
yeah, they're just throwing the ball a
he was
lot.
fine. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, they just weren't running the ball at all. They only had 18 carries,
hmm.
which just felt off. But they, I think they'll be fine. I mean, Vrabel will figure it out at some point. McDaniels will figure it out too. Like that tandem, I'm not really concerned about.
Yeah. All right. Going to the 4 o'clock window here. I don't know what you want to hit.
It's Niners Seahawks real quick.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like I
Yeah, I
said kind of
mean,
earlier, Seahawks,
sh-
I wasn't very high on them, and just because I don't know if they knew what they wanted to do, and they still clearly don't know what they want to do. Especially between their running back tandem, they don't know who they want to give the ball to more, and they're
mhm.
both kind of like just okay. And then you're still figuring out what you have in Sam Darnold, who leaned heavily on JSN throughout the day. And by that I mean he had 85% of the receiving yards.
Yeah. Um, this one, I don't. I'm not gonna. I don't want to read too much into Seahawks offense because time of possession, like Niners dominated time of possession, and the defense and Seahawks defense still looked good. Even with,
Sure, but like
I
I
mean,
said, that's never been
despite
my
Kittle going
question.
down in that
Yeah.
game. But if Woolen remembers how to track a football, or just doesn't forget how to do that for two
Sure.
plays, like Seahawks win that
They
game. The
yeah,
the big
I
one
still
to
have
Pearsall at the end of that game was
yeah. I'm gonna be
was
honest though,
rough.
even if they win that game, I still have my same question marks with them.
That's
Nothing
fair.
really
I
was
mean,
answered.
yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
that high on the
It's
Niners
just
anyway, but I thought the
yeah,
defense
it's
played well, and like and the offense looked
not great.
not great, but like competent, even with not looking great. You know what I mean?
Sure, sure. I
Like,
understand what you're saying. I might not fully agree with it, but I understand it.
I didn't see that and go, "Oh my god!" Like they're a mess. Like Sam
Yeah.
Darnold was still 16 of 23, um, 87
No.
rating, which is meh, fine, whatever.
Yeah. I
JSN
think
looked great. Like I think they were kind of feeling it out a little bit, and were very unsure of what the Niners were going to do on defense because nobody knows what's going on with the Niners on defense right now.
well, now the Niners have hell I mean, 1 week in, they already have already without Kittle for 3 to 5 weeks. Brock Purdy might
Yep.
not play next week. C-Mac will always be a question mark. There was somebody else.
Hmm.
Jawan Jennings got hurt. Um, shit.
Yeah.
I don't even know. The list continues. And then
And
you
it'll
still
only
have,
get longer.
yeah, and then you still have question marks with their defense going forward. I mean,
Yeah.
so just two teams in that division that I wasn't high on going into the year, and coming out of this game, I still have. I probably have more question marks than I have answers.
Yeah. That's fair.
The other main game in that 4 o'clock window was Lions Packers, and
Hmm.
Packers looked good, man. Jordan Love looked really good. Lions looked lost without those coordinators. I wasn't sure
Yep.
how it was going to play out, and it didn't play out great.
Yeah.
So curious to see what their plan is going forward. That was Jordan Love's first ever win against the Lions at home. Fun fact of the day.
Yeah. I think I
So
did know that.
yeah, Micah Parsons looked like a bat out of hell on that
Yep.
sack he had against Goff. It was
Yes.
fucking insane.
Oh my God.
So
That was the coolest sack of the weekend.
yeah, by far he
Because
chased him
there's
down
just like
across the
a
field.
mess, and then all of a sudden he just busts through.
Yeah,
Like, it looked
chases him
insane.
down. So like that was awesome to kind of see.
Hmm.
Hopefully the Lions kind of figure it out a little bit, make sense of what they have. It's not like Goff is a bad quarterback. It's not like they don't have the same offense, same schemes. They can make it work. They can figure it out. They just kind of got to play with it a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
mean, he got sacked 4 times, and like that was my thing with it is if you can get pressure up the middle on him, he can struggle.
Yeah.
Which overall, like his numbers don't look like he struggled, 31 to 39, but for 225.
Hmm.
So it was a lot of short stuff all game. A lot of checkdowns. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs had 10 catches for 31 yards, which I
Yeah. I mean,
saw is the least amount of or least amount of yards for somebody with 10
10
catches ever.
sounds like Steelers offense of late.
Yes.
So yeah,
But that's just Goff not being comfortable at all in that game and just having to check down to Gibbs right away.
yeah,
And
yeah. I mean, I
Packers
don't know
were
if
all over the
that's
field defensively. Like,
yeah. I don't know how much of that is offensive game scripture or how much of that is you're missing your veteran O lineman. So it's a little worrisome either way.
yeah. Yeah, I think every time I saw anything going on there, it looked like Goff was getting hurried.
Yeah,
At
and
least,
then
like it was snap the ball and I gotta go.
yeah, and then your one touchdown pass might be the fucking catch of the year.
Play of the week for sure. Just an unreal catch by Tesla.
Yeah, just nuts. So
But yeah, I mean that's most of the important stuff I think here from at least Thursday to
yeah,
Sunday.
no, I
Still
mean
got the
Monday
Monday
night
night
game
game going on right now. We're in commercial. What is it? 17-6.
still so yeah,
Bears.
nothing's changed. So
Yeah.
looks like a
Just
wash
a
right
quick
now.
little update. Let's look at the box score real quick. McCarthy, 5 of 9 for 48 yards and a pick.
Hmm.
Ooh, Jordan Mason, currently the leading rusher for the Vikings with 15 yards.
On 6 attempts, just bad all around there.
Caleb
There's a
right
lot
now,
of
16 to 23 for 135.
yeah. Seems like a
Caleb
lot
with
of
the rushing
bad
touchdown,
vibes.
too. No, Caleb's looked way more comfortable in this game
Yeah,
so far.
I mean
Oh, did we just
it's
get a
kind of
fumble by Hawkinson? I think Hawkinson just fumbled. I don't know. They're going to look at this one. Got hit right after catching the ball, and I don't know if they're going to roll it incomplete here. Hold on, let me see. Um, oh, shit, that's a tough one. He sliding catch,
hmm
gets up onto his knees, and then gets hit, gets the ball punched out. So I don't know if they're going to roll him down. I guess they're. I don't know what they're doing. They're looking at it now.
yeah. I don't know. Well, it'll get
Yeah, that's a
figured
wild
out.
one. But yeah, Caleb looks a lot better already. Looks more comfortable. Love that. Love that for him. And Ben Johnson might just be that guy.
We'll see. We'll see going forward. Will the Bears ever get fixed? That's the ever-growing question.
A girl can
All right.
dream. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's see ya, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Sounds good.